Hey, it's Liv. We're going to be working through our mat work foundations 1. So just starting off in Pilates Rest on your mat, lying all the way down. So you got your knees at 90 degrees, arms nice and long either side of your body, beginning with our pelvic rock. So pressing the lower back down in towards your mat, curling that tailbone back towards you, and then arching up through the lower back. Imagine that you're creating a little bridge for ants underneath there, and then pressing down to the lower back, curl tailbone under, and lift it all the way back up. Trying here to move through the pelvis, but keep everything else in your body nice and soft. The shoulders nice and relaxed, face nice and relaxed, knees as steady as they can be, feet nice and still here as well. We're going to work through at least 6 to 8 of these pelvic rocks. So somewhere in the middle of that arch up and down, you'll find that neutral pelvic position. So that's the position that we want to hold as we're moving through our core. A little bit of a press down of that lower back. Now, starting off with our upper body, reaching those arms up towards the ceiling, fingertips in line with shoulders. From here, we're going to move through our overhead reaches. So arms go up, up, up and overhead, and then all the way back down to those feet. We're going to do 12 here, reaching all the way up, keeping the arms nice and active. Imagine holding a nice big beach ball in between your hands. That's 2. We'll go for 3 here. Trying not to as well arch through your rib cage. Try and keep the rib cage flush against your mat. Number 4. And again, the backs of those shoulder blades are nice and pressed against your mat with not too much effort. The neck remains nice and long. The jaw is relaxed. Beautiful work. I think this is number 8. All the way we reach overhead. Beautiful. So we're just getting that upper body movement happening here. 9. Moving our shoulders and arms while holding the core stable. Trying to disassociate as well our shoulder movement from the rest of our body. Let's just do 1 more here. And then let those arms settle down alongside your body. Now we're going to be moving through our marches, tabletop marches. So we bring one leg up into tabletop like so. We then send our opposite leg up into tabletop. So we're meeting in double. Now return one foot and then lower the opposite foot. You lift, lift, lower and lower. Again, trying not to rush through this movement here. Try to take a little pause at the top of your tabletop. And if you're feeling really coordinated, you can switch up which leg leads you first into tabletop. It's not necessary, however. If you'd rather just focus on getting that pattern of that lift and lift of your leg and lower, that's totally fine as well. Thinking about here moving through the hip rather than too much movement through that knee joint. So now we're thinking about disassociating the hip from the rest of the body. So shoulders nice and relaxed here. Face and jaw relaxed as well. Planning to switch on through our core. Okay. Let's do 2 more. And we're going to hold this next tabletop up at the top. Lovely. Okay. So we're in our tabletop hold here. We're now going to go in for our overhead reaches. So again, reaching arms all the way up, 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 overhead, and then return all the way back down. So I'm going to correct myself here. Your shins parallel towards the ceiling. We're going to do 12 of our overhead reaches. Keeping those knees in line with those hips rather than close towards your belly button. We've got 4 here. We can do 5. Now we're into 6, so we're halfway. Our next exercise after this is going to be our dead bug. So option to take your reset, or if you're feeling really strong, you can keep that tabletop hold. Just respond to whatever you're feeling wherever you are on your mat. All right, 9. This is number 10. Okay, so we've got 2 more. All right, so we're going to reach all the way up and overhead and then back towards the ceiling. Now here, we'll take 10 seconds. You can either hold your tabletop or take your little reset with your feet if you like. In 5, we're going to meet back into our tabletop. Preparing for dead bugs in 3, 2. So now we're moving on to dead bugs. So opposite arm to leg, we reach long and come back into neutral. Opposite arm to leg, reach it long and come back into neutral. So we're going to be working through 12 again. So 6 each side. Back in, out long, 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 and back in. Use that inhale to reach and exhale to return. Inhale, reach, exhale, return. This is number 7. Into number 8 now. All right, so number 10 with this one. We've got 2 more either side. Or 2, 1 more each side. All right, so last one. Okay, so we're going to move on to swimmers now. Returning your feet, returning your hands. Sort of a very similar pattern, but this time we're going to be in our 4-point kneel. So we'll be focusing on our posterior chain with this. So your hands are going to be underneath your shoulders. Roll the shoulders back and down if you want to do a few cat-cows to help you find your pelvic neutral, your spinal neutral. Your hips are in line with your knees here as well. Shoulders back and down. Little press up of your spine against your t-shirt. Now we reach opposite arm to leg, all the way out long, and then we return. Again, opposite arm to leg, we reach out long, and then we return. Again, we're going to do 12 or 6 each side. 4 here. 5, trying to square your shoulders and hips. Trying to keep that shoulder to rib connection. And what I mean by that is keeping the shoulders and hips level, trying to avoid any rotation like so, trying to square it off. Coming on down. All right, so let's do another 4 more. Eye gaze remains down on your mat. Working through a nice long lever, 2 to go. And so this one, we come out and we hold. 10-second hold here. See if you can reach your fingertips and toes in the opposite direction. Lengthen a little bit higher towards the ceiling. Square shoulders and hips off again. You're here for another 3, then other side. 2 and 1. Coming all the way down, we're reaching out. We come up, 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 and then we hold. 10. 5. 3, 2, and 1. Take your reset. Lovely. Okay, so from here, we're going to work through 2 rounds of bridges and planks. We're going to start off with our bridge, doing 12 of them, and then we're going to move into a 60-second plank. So beginning here with our bridges to work through that posterior chain again. We're going to focus on straight or neutral spine bridges. So instead of rolling the pelvis forward and back, I want you to find that pelvic neutral. If you want to do a few little pelvic rocks there to help you find that. Settle on in there. So you've got about a 3 out of 10 activation, slight tucking in of that pelvis. Keep the spine nice and long. You press through the heels. You lift, lift, lift those hips up and all the way back down. Spine stays in one line. You lift, lift, lift. And you lower, lower, lower. Trying to keep again knees nice and steady. Pelvis nice and steady. 4. Good. 5, really drive through those heels. 6. All right, 7 to go. Then we're into our plank. 8. 9. 10. Squeeze those glutes at the top. 11. And our very last one, we come up, up, up. We're going to hold it here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So now we're working through our first round of planks. Now you can do these on your hands, your forearms, your knees or toes. I'll demonstrate here just for an example. So this one is your knees and your hands. This one is your forearms. Your hands together, a little bit more support, hands apart, a little bit more challenging. So I'm going to be moving through our first round of planks on my hands and my toes. So you do what is best for you. In 5, that timer is going to go on. In 3, in 2, and timer's on. So we've got 60 seconds here working through our planks. Thinking about a string from the crown of your head pulling you forward and a string from your heels pulling you back. So you've got length from the top and the bottom of your body there. Now, whatever wrist position, if you're on your hands, works best for you is totally fine. So if you want a little bit of a turnout there through the wrists, if that's a little bit more comfortable, that's totally fine. Otherwise, you can have your hands in parallel, whatever works. Keep pressing strong through the chest. Roll the shoulders back and down. Spine slightly presses up against your t-shirt. Slight lift of that tailbone. Slight tuck under of your pelvis. You're here for 10 more seconds. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Final 5, 3, 2, and 1. Alrighty, so coming into that second round, pressing those hips up, 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 and all the way down. You've got that back in one long line, driving through the heels. That's going to help you to maintain a little bit of core activation. It's also going to help us to really hone in on our extension and press away of our hips. Squeeze and lift. Now, if you'd like to take a little challenge with your bridges in your second round, you're more than welcome to reach your arms up towards the ceiling, all the way up and all the way down. Let's do another 6 here. 5, 4 to go. 3 more. 2. And again, we're going to come up in this last one and we're going to take that 10-second hold. So squeeze and lift, hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and lower and reset. Okay, so back into that plank now, that second round. So for the purpose of demonstration, I'm going to show you our planks down on our forearms. So your elbows in line with the shoulders, hands nice and separate, pressing up onto the toes with this. In 5, that timer goes on. In 3, in 2, and timer's on here. Pressing up through the knees, proud through the chest. So by keeping your hands separate as well when you're in your forearm plank, it's creating a little less stability, so a little bit more for your body to work against. Same here with your feet. So the wider your feet are, a little bit more stability. The narrower your feet are or the closer they are together, the more you've got to work to try not to, lose that balance from side to side. So again, you can try this out. Whatever variation of your plank works best for you is totally fine. We've got 20 more seconds here. We keep breathing in through nose, out through mouth. Well done. 10 seconds to go, doing really well. Here for your final 5, 3, 2, and 1. We take that reset. Well done. Option for a third round if you're feeling really enthusiastic. Otherwise, that is your foundations 1 flow.